Welcome, investors of Carlson Solar Design. I've prepared this presentation to report back to you on the success of the company so far, and I am really looking forward to sharing our results with you. I think everyone's going to be really happy. So, first off, solar is growing. 2 months ago, you made the very wise decision to invest in Carlson Solar Design. In the short 2 months we've been operating thus far, we have seen some incredible growth, and the solar industry in general has seen quite a bit of growth. Going forward, the growth is expected to continue. By 2020, we're going to have about 20,000 megawatts DC installed of solar in the United States. To put that into perspective, that's a 10,000 megawatt growth. When a solar company installs a system, they typically charge between $3 to $7 per watt of solar. And so over the next 3 years, as we go from 2017 to 2020, we're looking at around $45 billion in revenue that's going to be coming into the solar industry, which is huge. And Carlson Solar is going to be there to capitalize on that. So, in the first 2 months of operation, Carlson Solar Design has turned a profit of $16,090. Off to the right, you'll see our income statements for the month of February and the month of March. Your small investments covered the startup costs of $20, and those costs have allowed us to obtain the software we needed, primarily AutoCAD Lite and Excel. The monthly subscriptions are $9 each. And we've been able to generate $1,250 of revenue in the first month, and then in the subsequent month, we generated $500 in revenue with the same level of expenses. The revenue and expense summary can be seen here. You can see in early February, we had quite a bit of work come in from Utah Sun Solar, our first customer. After that, we worked directly with a gentleman named Mr. Clint Kuntz. Clint was looking to install solar just on his house by himself, and he needed some help getting all that set up and submitting the permits. I was able to give him the advice and the know-how and the permitting information to get that rolling for him. And we gave him a discount because primarily we want to work with smaller businesses, but in this case, it was just a regular person. We wanted to help him out, see the solar industry grow some more. And then we obtained a new customer in March, and that was AltaRay Solar. A friend of mine from the previous position actually was working there, and he reached out to me because they were having troubles getting permits for their jobs in Mapleton and Springville. One in particular was a ground mount system, and those can be a little bit tricky sometimes. And so things have been going very well, and we're planning on that growth continuing. The total revenue was $1,750, total expenses $59.94, and total profit of $1,690. So why we succeed? How come we're able to make this money so quickly? It's a great question. The main reason is solar is an emerging industry with a lot of complex aspects that can make it tricky for people. With Carlson Solar Design, we've succeeded by guiding a lot of the smaller companies looking to capitalize on the growth of the solar industry. Utah Sun Solar and many of the other companies we work with are contractors looking to turn a profit in the emerging solar industry, but they don't always have the know-how they need. Our founder, Cameron Carlson, has worked in the industry since it started to take off. He's been working in solar for the last 5 years. His initial position, where he spent the most amount of time and learned the most, was with the industry leader Vivint Solar. He started working there when they were very small, and he participated in their CAD design program as one of the leaders in that program, and he helped compile and create all of the processes that have helped make them an industry leader and helped make them so successful. And so we've got the right team here at Carlson Solar Design, and we know how to do a lot of the things that will make these smaller companies successful, and they're willing to pay to make that happen. We make it very simple. The industry knowledge has been covered in this explanation, and having that knowledge and having such low fixed costs allows us to maintain very high profits. It's been a major time constraint on our employees, especially considering that they are full-time students and working full-time at a different job. But the low overhead and the low prices have made high profits for us. And that's why the investment only needed to be $20 to get started, because we just need the software. The knowledge is already there. Future growth. So going forward, we're going to have a little bit of a change in our business model, and we expect this to be very profitable. We've now partnered with Sunergy Solar, a company the owner is affiliated with, and they have agreed to take on the excess work that can't be handled directly by Carlson Solar Design. That means that as we continue to get new requests, and as the CEO and founder continues to have constraints on his time, he will be able to pass the jobs along that he can't complete directly over to Sunergy Solar. Sunergy Solar will bill Carlson Solar Design for the amount that they charge, which is lower than the amount that Carlson Solar Design charges to their customers, and we get to work as a little bit of a middleman for these other solar design firms. And we get to benefit from some of Sunergy's knowledge and expertise, and from their manpower and ability to obtain equipment and software. This will reduce costs going forward for Carlson Solar Design and increase greatly our potential to accept new jobs and find new customers. And so the time that used to be spent designing and creating the permitting documents can now be spent putting together or finding new customers and working with Sunergy to get the designs created and sending them back to those other companies. We're really looking forward to this new phase of growth for Carlson Solar Design, and we expect the success and profitability to continue going forward. We look forward to see where the future takes us, and we're really grateful for the initial investment that you've put into this company, and we're excited to see where things go.